し生まれ変わったらその時はさ
Okay, so I'm going to be honest, I was not planning on doing this today because for the simple fact was I was watching a Naruto character tier list by SomeMoeGaming. I'll leave his channel in the description below because I love his channel and honestly I feel like everybody would love it, so yeah. Today we are reading chapter 5 of Arrival. Well, it was originally called Sticky Note, but somebody asked for a series, so this is chapter 5 called Love Tactic, and Itona, Horibe, ex-listener. Without further ado, let's get into the video. It had been a week. No pranks, no jokes, nothing. I had been on the lookout and nothing. What's his game? What's he playing at? Are you okay, Ryan? Kaino asked while I cautiously looked around the classroom. What, me? Oh yeah, I'm fine. I waved her off. Something's off today. I stuck my nose in the door. Are you sure? She says, looking at me. Don't you think you're maybe being a little overboard? What? Of course not, I protested. Hey, Ryan, hey-ya! I turned around, waving down a karate chop. Silence. Oh, my bad. I apologized to Isogai and fixed my uniform. His sweat dropped as well. Are you sure you're not just overreacting? Maybe just a little? Mahara stuck his big nose in. No, Mahara, I don't think I'm overreacting. I turned to my friends. Oh, come on. I know he's going to pull something. Watch. Today's the day. You'll see. I warned and went out to sit in my seat. A couple of minutes passed and Koro-sensei showed up. I looked beside me to make sure I wasn't losing my shit. Nope. Itona still hadn't shown his face. It kind of had me concerned. I narrowed my eyes as if asking myself if he was okay. I then swiftly turned my head back to the front, but the damage was done. I couldn't stop thinking about if he was alright or not. I mean, it's not that I actually cared, just that his friends seemed jittery which made me worry as well. If they didn't know where he was, then could something have possibly happened to him? Why the long face, Ryan? Not now, Karma, I stated, because yes, even the devil himself showed up before Horibe. Karma gave me a look that said he knew something was up, but I brushed him off and continued staring off into the distance. What? I questioned during lunch. Why are you acting weird? I'm not acting weird. Yeah, you're acting weird, weirder than normal. Karma set his chin in his palm and stared at me. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Will you stop flipping staring? You look like a creep. Sorry, he stated. Sorry, he stated. He said. What's going on? Ria said, sitting next to us. Karma's being a perv. He looked offended, placing a hand over his heart with wide eyes. Well, I'm not. Ria walked over to him and smacked him on the head while saying, Stop being a perv. Hey, he yelled, rubbing his head, making me giggle, and him glare at me, making me stop. Anyways, Ryan, what's the matter? She asked, sitting beside me. Nothing, I calmly sipped on my juice box. You sure? You seem a bit down. I, again, took a deep breath. No, Rio, I assure you, I'm fine. She nodded. Okay, if you say so. We ate in silence after a while. Nagisa and Kaino found us. Hey guys, the brunette said, walking up. Hey, hello, hi. Hey, hello, hi. We all said at the same time. Can we sit? Nagisa asked with Kaino already taking her seat. By all means, Karma said with a devilish grin, patting the seat next to him. Nagisa, however, being the smart person he is, took the seat furthest from his red-headed friend. Aw, Karma pouted. Anyway, Nagisa turned to me. Ryan, I hope you don't mind if I'm asking you something. Wayne, I hope you don't mind if I ask you something. I nodded. I was concerned when you walked into class, and during, you seemed a bit odd. I huffed. My bad. I'm sorry if it's too personal. You don't have to respond. Why did he have to be so adorable? No, it's fine, I sighed. Since people seem so curious as to why I'm acting strange, it's better to just say what's bothering me, right? I opened my eyes to face my group. They all nodded. Heck, even Karma seemed serious. It's Itona, I mumbled. Called it, Rio said, and Kaino and Nagisa gave Rio and Karma 5 pounds each. You guys are the worst, you know that? Babes, that's what makes us special. Rio smiled. I flipped her off and she laughed. Anyways, tell us what's wrong. What does Itona have to do with it? She continued. I looked up. I don't know, honestly. Oh, well, then how can we make you feel better? Nagisa asked. I smiled at him. Thanks, but I don't really know what you could do. It's just abnormal to not have him. As I said that, I felt a bucket of lukewarm water being poured on me. I sat, frozen and soaked. What the bloody... I was livid. I turned around and saw a smirking Itona. What is wrong with you? Did your mother drop you on your head as a baby? I fumed. I began chasing him as he ran away, taunting me. You son of a... What's the matter, Wyan? Why you? Ooh. Me? What could I have possibly done to make you this upset? He grinned. Just wait until I catch you, I shouted. So, this was his tactic, a simple water dunk, and I was stupid enough to believe for a second he could beat me. He climbed up a tree, somehow, though that still didn't stop me, as I climbed it as well. Bet you didn't see this coming. I had him in a headlock and was not about to let go. I could hear him laughing as he beat my hand, trying to get me to let go. Admit it, I said. Say I win. No way, he said in between trying to free himself and getting air. Fine, I pulled tighter. Okay. His tapping intensified. I let him go and he reluctantly said, You win. What was that? I couldn't hear you, I teased. I'm not saying it again. Just wanted to get my point across. I crossed my arms. My dripping wet hair, some moppy on top of my head. I moved it out of my face, then I turned to Itona. Hey, I moved closer. Yeah? Even he had a chance to... Wait, what? Before he had a chance to finish, I wrapped him in a wet, soaking hug. Get off me, Wyan! No, I pulled my arms closer. Eventually, he gave up and sat in the hug he was being forced in. What's wrong? I questioned. You're wet. And whose fault is that? I cooed. He rolled his eyes and pushed my arms off. I finally unraveled him. He looked at me for a second, then smiled. What? I questioned, my face that of confusion. He leaned in, and I leaned back. His hand brushed up against my cheek and pulled some strands off of my hair. Even when you're dripping wet, you're still as beautiful as ever. He then moved back and leaned against the tree. Some time passed of me in complete shock as I replayed his words in my mind. I stood up, using the tree as support to not fall. Then I sat down, right next to him. He was a bit taken aback by my actions, but when I rested my head on his shoulders, he relaxed. You're an idiot. I could hear the smile playing on his lips. I know. So I finished this series. So it says, Dear reader, thank you for reading. This concludes the end of this series. I hope you enjoyed. This was so wholesome. It says ongoing. I gotta edit this right now. My iPad is on 5%. Let me edit this. More info. Complete. That was so cute. I'm gonna leave it in the description below because it only has 9 votes and like 138 reads, so please go drop a vote. Okay, I'm gonna go edit this. Bye, loves.